Afternoon, Cougars. We're starting our first fun thing, and we're going to call it our Class of 74 Cougar Catch-Up. I've got Dennis Guizdella with us today. We're going to see what he's been up to in the last 50 years or so. And
50 years.
can you believe it? And that's the big theme. We're gearing up for our big 50th reunion quiz, and I know you've been involved with it. Tell me and tell everybody a little bit what you and the committee. And by the way, who's on the committee with you again?
Yeah, thanks, Tom. It's great to be with you today. And uh, I want to say hello to my fellow classmates, fellow Cougars out there, class of 74. Uh, the reunion, it's hard to believe it's going to be 50 years. Uh, the reunion committee, uh, hats off to all of them. They're up in Bay City. I'm down here in Fort Myers, Florida. Uh, my job is basically just to keep the lines of communication open and getting them together. But they are making phenomenal strides with creative ideas on how to have this be a very special celebration of 50 years. They're doing all the work up there. Uh, I hope I remember everybody. I hate to forget or leave somebody out on the committee. They're all so valuable. Shar Hogan, Ron Lesniak, Diane Wolverton, Judy Hebert, Karen Dobrinsky, Lou Seward, of course, Pat Sutton, Sandy Kazmarek, Vantol, Dan Pavlak, myself, and they're just doing phenomenal. They come up with wonderful ideas, and we're excited about what's going to happen in September for our class. This is the big one.
This is it.
This is it. This is the big one, and so we're expecting a great crowd. We've heard from classmates who have not been to many reunions in the past, and they're going to make it to this one. So we're excited about that.
Good. Yeah, and they've been working diligently, and you guys have behind the scenes putting it all together. And it's a lot to plan. The locations, the music, the everything you're going to do for a program for the whole event. And
Multiple days.
yeah, the fun kicks off Thursday night, right? And
Right.
tell us a little bit about that.
So Thursday night, which is September 19th, we're having a meet and greet for those who are in town, who are coming in, flying in, driving in, over at Ron Scrocky's and his pole barn. And it's a meet and greet, and we haven't nailed down the exact start time yet, but that's Thursday night. And then the big event is Friday night over at the Doubletree Hotel and Conference Center and right off the river there, downtown Bay City. And that's the big one. That's the big event with Soul Express as the band, and we're going to have a wonderful meal, which the committee is still working on. And so that is a Friday night. And then Saturday afternoon, we're going to end it with a mass over at St. James. That's the church that, we would go to our junior and senior years over at North Campus. And we're going to have a mass there in the afternoon. And then following the mass, we're all going to, whoever is left, whoever's in town, we'll meet up somewhere downtown to have a few drinks, have some food, and to say our goodbyes. And so we have events going on Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday.
Perfect. It sounds like an awesome weekend. And Yeah, we appreciate all you've done too. You've kind of kept us all abreast on social media, especially our Facebook page, and you always hit up the birthdays and all the other important stuff for the class. So thanks so much for that. So I know you mentioned Fort Myers, so you left Bay City, or I know you go back a little bit, but
Yeah.
what year did that all start?
So, yeah, I started doing my Christian music tour. That started in 2000, I believe. And so I would go and spend 2 months or 3 months in Florida on tour. And I just fell in love with Southwest Florida. And so I moved down here in 2017 full time in the Fort Myers area. Uh, and so I go up for a few weeks throughout the year to see the family, the kids and the grandkids, and my mom. And so, as a matter of fact, I'll be heading back up there in July for a couple weeks up in Bay City. And then, of course, for almost the entire month of September, uh, I'll be up in Bay City. Of course, the main reason is to be up there for our 50th class reunion. But so I try and make it up there every few months for a couple weeks, but most of the year I am down here in Fort Myers.
Many shows in the past did you generally do, and how many now?
So so I have kind of like two chapters of my life. First chapter was where I spent 25 plus years in the computer industry and working for electronic data systems, EDS. People may remember Ross Perot. He was the founder of EDS. Anyway, that was one chapter in my life. And then in 2000, I went and recorded my first album in Nashville, Christian music. And 10 albums later, here I am. Uh, but at the peak of my Christian music career, I was doing probably about 140 concerts a year,
Wow.
from Alaska to Florida and everywhere in between. Um, I'm in another chapter now of my life, another season, if you will. And so I'm active in our church here in Fort Myers Riverside Church, where I lead the senior ministry, the 55 and older members of the congregation. And so that's taken up a good portion of my time. I've really pulled back on my concerts, although I still perform and concerts at churches and other events, other venues in the Florida area for the time being. But this is the first summer in 25 years that I have not booked any concerts in the Midwest.
Wow.
I'm not doing any concerts in Michigan, Ohio, Kentucky, Illinois, uh, places like that during the summer. First time in 25 years. And so we'll see if I miss it after this summer of not.
Present time.
What's that?
You don't appear to miss it at the present time.
No, I'm not missing it at the present time, right? What do they say? Absence makes the heart grow fonder. So it's either that or out of sight, out of mind. I'm not sure which one of those apply, but we'll see.
Right.
We'll see.
And actually, you started before that when you were in your with the polka music and the big things in the entertainment tents and the at
Yeah.
all the festivals. You're with your dad's band, so that was
Yes.
started in high school, right?
Yeah. I started playing with his band uh, when I was 14. My brother
Wow.
Dwayne and we were 14 years old when we started playing in our dad's band. And we did that for 19 years, I think. And and then the band retired and we all went our separate ways. and I went on to my Christian music career after that. And so, fond memories of being in my dad's band, traveling with my dad on the weekends, and that's one thing people can never take away are the memories, whether
Right.
family memories or high school memories, right? We have fond memories of high school.
Yeah, and that's one thing. What's some of your fondest stuff from high school that still come to mind 50 years later?
I have great memories, and I don't know why. People will will come to me and say, like, you're weird. You're weird. Why are you so hung up on your high school classmates? And I just love the era that we grew up in. I love the music. It's still the greatest music, the music of the 70s. I love the fashions. I love the styles that we wore. And those are all the part of the memories that we have growing up together in high school. I love I really think that our junior and senior years, especially, I don't know what it is. Maybe it was the state championship in basketball
Hmm.
that year in '74. But we all started driving cars our junior year, and we all got our driver's license, and we all started being independent from our parents, and started hanging out more, and memories of the spot that we all would go to.
And that's
After,
not the spot lunch either, we're
no,
referring
no,
to.
no. But at Friday night football games, right, and basketball games, and heading out over to the spot, and going places, and those all are a sum of or a compilation of the memories I have of our classmates, of being together. We have the most unified class in all of the history of Bay City All Saints. A few years ago, I was no, you know, I got a call from the school itself and wanting to set up a meeting on what is the secret? What makes you the most unified class? Out of all the class reunions, your class reunion have your reunions are the most attended by out of any of the classes. What's your secret? And the secret is, I think, is just the fact that we stay notified, we're together, we have a strong network. Uh, and now that we have social media, and we have Facebook, we have our own Facebook page, um, and classmates are able to stay connected through emails and social media. I think that's all makes our class even more successful when it comes to being unified.
Yeah, and
But
we
I
were
got
just tight to begin with, and
we were
we
we
all
were
got along great, and that
yeah.
there was no divide or anything at all between all of us. So that's what makes it a beautiful thing. And yeah, that's we want to do these videos too to encourage people to reach out with each other, connect at the reunion, but before and after that, just to stay together.
Yeah, and it's reality where uh we're all getting older. And we're each year it seems now that we're losing a classmate or two, and and it's life. And so I urge all of us to uh it's kind of like seeing, I tell people, your favorite rock band of the '70s, go see them now because they're dying every day.
Right.
Go see it. And that applies to our class, right? And so, take advantage of these reunions because you never know when it may be the last for a classmate. Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's reality, right?
Yeah. So we're going to wrap things up. I got a couple quick questions, and then again, we just want to encourage us. These are like a mini bio of our classmates. So this is Dennis's life in a nutshell in the last 50 years. But going back to the music, so here's a tough one for you. That you can only pick one or the other. The Beatles or the Stones?
Sounds,
Bang. There it is. How about name a favorite memory, best food in Bay City, or best go-to, maybe that's still around, or go back in the day,
yeah.
food you can
What,
remember.
well, I think all of us will remember Gracio's on Euclid.
Wow,
I
yeah.
think they had the best beer battered onion rings. And I would like to hear from the other classmates on what their thoughts are on that. But we had Karis Red Lions, right? The hot dogs, the Coney dogs.
And they're still around, aren't they? Or did that
Oh, that closed up. They
that
closed up
closed a
quite a few years
couple
ago.
years ago?
And then I remember going uh, to the Four Aces for their burgers. Remember Four
Hmm.
Aces Bar on Farragut? They had the best bar burgers. And so those are fond memories. And you're making me hungry, by the way. But those are great memories of food in Bay City.
Beautiful. And then final thing, back again, more food. Best perch dinner in the area.
Well, that would probably have to be right in the south end, Oasis.
Yeah.
Oasis always had good perch dinners. And I think they're still around. I think those classmates, all of you classmates that are still in Bay City, chime in
I know
when
there was a fire there a year or
there
so
was,
ago, wasn't there?
there was.
Hopefully they rebuilt and opened or revamped it. But yeah, fun stuff and great catching up with you, Dennis. And look forward
Yeah,
to seeing you
same here, Tom.
soon and everybody else at the reunion. Now it's coming up pretty quick. It's only 4 months away. So we'll have a good time. And again, we encourage each other and our classmates to reach out. And hopefully these videos will spur some happy thoughts and we all stay connected. But thanks so much for being here. You and I talk a lot. So we'll stay in tune and
Yeah.
appreciate it.
And as I close here, I just want to say to all my classmates of Bay City All Saints class of 74, I love you all and hope to see you in September for our big 50th class reunion.
Excellent, and appreciate again all you do for the class, Dennis, and great catching up. And we'll see who's next on our Cougar catch up. So
Yeah.
until then, we'll talk soon.
Okay, Tom. Love you, my brother. God
Love you.
bless.
Thank you.
Bye.